Hey there, Carnage Cravers. Welcome back to Carnage Corner. I am Ken Carnage, and we are going right into our Smackdown review. So this is 2 weeks removed from Extreme Rules, on our way to SummerSlam, and Smackdown opens with a limo arriving with Miz and Maurice and Monroe Sky inside. So, we then go right to the ring where we get a Randy Orton promo where Randy explains why Randy's been doing the things he's been doing and why he has targeted Jeff Hardy. And let me tell you what, I always liked heel Orton, and I've been reminded as to why. This promo was fantastic. Randy Orton is the perfect heel, and I'm glad to see him back as a heel. So, from there, we went into Rusev versus Andrade Cien Almas. I really am loving Rusev's work rate, and he shined in this match. Like, he really, really looked good. And almost, despite the fact that I don't like him, he did good in this match too. Like, I'm not going to discount the man's ability. He's obviously, applied himself to learning his craft, and so I'm not a fan of the character that he's portraying at this time. I'm certainly not a fan of his work since taking on Selena Vega. But I will say this, they had a good match. Now, the match ended up getting screwed up when Aiden English came down, cost Rusev the match. Rusev is mad at not just English, but Lana, as we found out afterwards. But, it's just, they had to do a screwball finish because otherwise Almas could not have won. In a clean, they could not have Almas beat Rusev clean. And I'm glad they didn't, because they shouldn't. That being said, we then go to the locker room where R-Truth and Ty Dillinger are having themselves a little conversation before R-Truth's match. R-Truth would go on to have a match with Samoa Joe that he would lose in outstanding fashion. We then got an Asuka interview. Asuka talking about being excited about the upcoming women's only pay-per-view. Asuka talking about how and then talking about her opponent for that night, Billie Kay, saying Billie Kay is not ready for Asuka. Billie Kay was indeed not ready for Asuka, as Asuka defeated her. We got a vignette from Shinsuke Nakamura talking trash to Jeff Hardy. I'm liking Shinsuke as United States Champion. I still think I would like the idea of him changing the United States Championship belt to, something Japanese themed. I think that would add to his heel heat. I think that would be a good idea. But that's just me. After that, we're in the ring for Paige's big announcement. Paige going to announce the opponent for AJ Styles at SummerSlam, and AJ comes out and AJ gives a speech talking about why he is happy about the all women's pay-per-view. He's thinking about his daughter's future and whatnot, and it was, as a father, I can say it was very nice, nice sentiment that the place AJ was coming from. And then AJ wanted to know who his opponent was, but before Paige could tell him, James Ellsworth came out. Ellsworth wants to be AJ's opponent. Well, that's just ridiculous. And Paige said as much. So Ellsworth started mocking Paige and making fun of Paige and insulting Paige. So Paige fired him and had security throw him out of the building. And of course, she escorted security and Ellsworth out of the building. And while that's going on, AJ's in the ring, he's laughing, he's clapping, he gets attacked and choked out by Samoa Joe, who then signs the contract because Samoa Joe is AJ's opponent at SummerSlam, and I could not be any happier. Joe versus AJ, every time Joe versus AJ has been dynamite. For the WWE title, hell yeah. And not for nothing, one of the few times when you're going to see me say, I want AJ to lose. So, that being said, they go to break, we come back, and Paige is upset with Joe backstage because he attacked AJ, and she's like, I chose you because you were unpredictable and had a killer instinct. And Joe's basically going, look, boss lady, what the fuck do you think that was? It was unpredictable, and it was killer instinct. Go away. That's pretty much what Joe said. Except his version was okay for TV PG. Still waiting for them to get past this whole TV PG nonsense. But after Joe walks away, Carmella comes in. She is mad because Paige fired her insurance policy. And Paige tells her, well, if Mella has money, why don't you go buy yourself a new boyfriend? Which is actually really funny. We then go on to Carmella versus Becky Lynch. If Becky wins, then Becky gets to face Carmella for the Women's Championship at SummerSlam. And despite Carmella pulling every trick she could think of, Becky picks up the win with the disarmor. And it will be Becky versus Carmella at SummerSlam. So, from there we get a quick Bludgeon Brothers vignette, them basically saying it doesn't matter who faces us, we're still going to win. And then we go into New Day versus Sanity. The Usos are on commentary for that. And so, New Day versus Sanity. This was a very fast-paced match. A lot going on, a lot of moving parts, because you got 6 guys out there, so it's a lot of moving parts. It was good. I enjoyed it up until the point where the New Day wins, because I'm not a big fan of the New Day, but I think they need to break them up, push Kofi, push Big E, send Xavier Woods back to NXT. So, that being said, after the win, the Usos get up and they're going to get in the ring, but then the Bar comes out and the Bar talks some trash. They're having this whole tournament to decide who's going to face the Bludgeon Brothers for the SmackDown Tag Team titles. So, apparently next week it will be the Bar versus the Usos. So, we then go backstage again. Miz and Maurice and Monroe are talking to Paige. Apparently they were trying to get Paige to have somebody to watch Monroe when they go out there. And Sin Cara comes in to be the babysitter. Miz won't let his daughter be babysat by someone in a mask, so they're going to take her with them. Miz, Maurice, and Monroe come out, and, Miz talks, Maurice talks, they're promoting their show, Miz and Mrs., all well and good. Get some shots of Daniel Bryan in there. They roll footage, and after the footage rolls, Daniel Bryan comes on the Titantron, says he's going to come out there. He comes out, he beats up security, he gets in the ring, and Miz is clutching Monroe to his chest, in the little carrier there, and makes you wonder, is Daniel actually going to attack the Miz when he has a child strapped to his chest? And of course, if you'd been paying attention, you realize that wasn't an actual baby, that was a baby doll, because Miz takes it out, throws it to Daniel, Daniel catches it, Miz boots Daniel in the face, skull-crushing finale, and the Miz outsmarts Daniel Bryan once again. This just goes to show you, goat-faced hobbit bastards can't grow brains. So, that being said, that was how they closed out SmackDown. I was infinitely more pleased with SmackDown this week than I was Raw. So, I'm, as always, looking forward to SummerSlam, AJ versus Joe. If that doesn't close the show, I mean, that's just bullshit. That should close the show. In either case, I am Ken Carnage, and remember, until next time, Carnage is right around the corner.